What is up, BWoo crew? Check it out, you guys. We are in a location that you guys have been asking us to go. Where are we, Emma?
Skinwalker Ranch.
That's right. Also known as
Sherman Ranch.
There you go. All right. We are at Skinwalker Ranch, guys. We're just going to give you guys a really quick, brief overview. If you guys want to know the in-depth of it, there's so many videos out there. There's so much information. So we just want to give you the basics of what you'll need to know to go with this video to understand what it's about and why we are here. According to the testimonials, this is a hotbed of alien, UFOs, you mean everything paranormal.
Bigfoot.
Dire wolves, werewolves, everything.
Skinwalkers. Can't forget those.
Can't forget those. Everything that you've ever heard about in the world today, Yetis, everything. Everything you've ever heard of, portals, orbs, and all that has been seen out here, guys. So basically this all started with a family that was ranching on the land in the summers. I think it was I can't remember. I think it was in the 90s or something. Don't quote me. Like I said, you guys can go and research all this yourselves. Cow mutilations. They were losing their cows. They were seeing all kinds of spaceships, like the people around here. Even the Spanish before, as they came and settled the area where it saw spaceships, there was like, you know, what else?
Crazy stuff happening.
Anything
Hello.
else? All right, so after that, you guys, this family was like losing their cows to mutilation that were happening, like really weird stuff, and they were losing their cows. Weird stuff was happening with this family, so they had to leave. They left. They couldn't take any more losses of cows. And a guy named Bob Bigelow, who owns he's a billionaire who owns, like, I think it's Bigelow Aerospace or some kind of big organization, right? What is it? Do you remember what it's called?
Nope.
Nope. So anyways, he's a rich guy. He buys the property, and then we find out, I've read somewhere that he got like a grant from the US government, $22 million to study the phenomenon going on in this area, this little hotbed. And after, like, he formed something called, I think it's called NIDS, that he was gonna start, like, you know, surveilling. They put up cameras. They did all this stuff in the area because they were trying to capture
the Skinwalker.
The Skinwalker, all the stuff that was happening, UFOs. But needless to say, all those years later, we've seen no evidence. There's no video evidence, no photographic evidence. All we have is testimonials. And then recently there was a video that you guys might have heard about, the hunt for the Skinwalker.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hunt for the Skinwalker.
I rented that video. I watched it. What a waste of my time. I was so let down. It was basically just the same garbage that you could find already. 2 hours of my wasted time. So then Bob Bigelow sold it. He sold the property to somebody who owns it now, who wants to remain anonymous. He has like a shell company set up to hide his identity. And so that's basically it. That's where we're at. So
yes.
all this stuff
Skinwalker
happens.
Ranch.
But before he sold it, supposedly all of the activity died down on the ranch. But they say now it's heating up, like here. Like we're like 2 miles away from the ranch, right where we're at right here.
Yeah,
so,
something that's important is
yes.
it's now not all the activity is supposedly on the ranch. It's all supposedly around the ranch, where we're going to be exploring.
And out in the ranch, all this whole area. So, and it always has been. They just said that this area on the ranch was a hot spot. Like I said, if you guys want to know, if it interests you enough, there's plenty of information online, YouTube, that you could learn about it all. We just want to go explore it. All right, guys, so here's what I think. I think it's all BS. All made up, guys. I know a lot of people said they've seen it, but you know what? I watched Joe Rogan when he investigated this area, and he makes a lot of sense about it. You know, a lot of things these people are seeing, these orbs, could be like ball lightning. It's a real thing, and that could be something that they're seeing. It actually has been known to go through walls in the houses, ball lightning. I don't believe in any of it. That's why we're here. We're going to investigate it. And I think it's a money grab. And I think Bob Bigelow, from what I read, if I remember correctly, he got like 22 million of our tax dollars. That's your money. That's my money. He got that to have this research on the ranch, and yet there's no research, nothing to show for it. Now this other mysterious guy buys it. Now they let this other guy, like filmmaker, go on there and do this film. I actually think what I think they're gonna try to do is I think they're gonna try to turn it into like a paranormal, like
tourist trap,
touristy area. That's what do you think? Is that what
tourist trap.
What do you think? You think it's BS?
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Think it's all made up? So she thinks it's all made up. I think it's all made up. I think it's bogus, guys. And who knows, though? We're open to it. That's why we're here. We're going to go and see for ourselves because we want to know for ourselves if it's real. And we're going to go look at the ranch. We're going to go to the front. Oh, yeah. I have to stop and tell you guys something right now.
Oh, yeah.
We went to the front gate just on our way in. We had an encounter with a gentleman who drove past the no trespassing signs, and he came back out and he started to talk to us for a little while. And we didn't tell him we were making a video or anything. We didn't have our cameras out because we didn't want to like spook him. And he talked to us pretty candidly. He told us that he's lived here for like his whole life, and he's worked on that ranch, and he has never seen anything. But here's where it gets weird. I asked him what his name was. And I told him I'm gonna do a video. We're doing a video on this, and I said, well, what's your name? He just smiled at me, and he shook his head no, and he said, they have more money than we have. And he wouldn't give me his name. But he told me the same thing. He thinks it's all BS. He thinks it's just like this whole shell company is just to create some kind of mystery about the place, to keep the mystery going. All right, guys, so we're running out of light here. We're gonna go, I found a road that might take us to the ridge right over to the ranch. I don't think anybody's been out there. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get out there, but we're gonna go explore. You guys ready? Let's go. We are at one of the most requested locations from our viewers. What you guys are looking at right across this field is Skinwalker Ranch. All right, guys, we are on our way to the Skinwalker Ranch entrance, the gate, the front gate. Supposedly it's really heavily guarded by like ex-military personnel, so we're gonna get down here and just take a look. You guys ready? Let's go. Yeah. All right, guys, we are heading up to the gate right now. This is the gate. You can see a big stop sign. Now, from what I understand, this sign is placed far in front of the road, so I believe we could continue on to the gate. There's the gate, the Skinwalker Ranch. All right, so we have these signs here. They're pretty far before the gate. From what I understand, this entire property up to that gate is actually not theirs. Like, this is placed way, way, way beyond their gate. Why this county and the state of Utah would allow this, I guess if you have enough money, you can get away with that. Right there is the gate to this place. I bet you they have a microphone. If you guys hear us and you're in there, come on out. We want to talk to you. All right, guys, we got like a pack of stray dogs right outside the gate of the Skinwalker Ranch. Now, one thing is, I know I've said this before, but I want to say it again. It's not like limited to this ranch. Supposedly, all the phenomenon is not just limited to the ranch. Supposedly, it was occurring all over this area. This was the hot spot, but they said the hot spot is no longer here. It's outside the borders of the ranch. But we're gonna come back here tonight. We're hoping that somebody will be here and they'll come out here and talk to us. All right, so about a mile over that way, we got the Skinwalker Ranch. We're trying to find a way to the ridge. Well, we drove up this way. This is one of the viewing areas, but you can't even see the ranch from here. What we did see is a bunch of, look at these dead cows. Remember how the mutilations, there's like a whole bunch of dead cows up here. Remember on the Skinwalker Ranch, you have lots of cow mutilation. Look, guys, there's like a whole bunch of skulls. And we got the rib cage, and there's just bones littered all over. Someone's been gnawing on that one. Makes you wonder, part of the mutilations from the Skinwalker Ranch. All right, guys, we're gonna go try to find another location. Let's go. Why would we walk down there? Gotta be careful. Some of these rocks probably would fall right out if you stepped on them. There's like a baby's pacifier right there. Smaller skull. What's up with all the bones? Dude, there's just bones all over this area. Look at down there. There's an entire carcass. Dude, there's bones all over for as far as you can see. It just keeps going. Makes me wonder if these had anything to do with the cow mutilations. What do you think? It's kind of interesting to have all these bones here. Tons of them, guys, all over, cow bones. Skinwalker Ranch, like I said, is right over the ridge. We tried to drive down there, but you can't get there because it's fenced off. I'm not sure that's coming through this camera, but look how red the sun is. Going through the clouds. It's kind of creepy. You're looking at the skies over to the ranch. Now, like I said, I don't believe any of it. I think it's all BS. I don't think any of it's real, guys. I just don't think it. I think it's a big money grab, and I think they're going to turn into like a pair. I think, why would they release that video out of nowhere? Is there something going to release a movie on it? And it's supposed to be a secret location, and they're going to let the filmmaker go on the ranch and all this. Now they have like the secret guy who owns the ranch. That just doesn't add up. I think it's like they're going to try to make it like a little paranormal tourist trap where you could pay hella money to go and stay on the ranch or something. That's just my opinion. We'll see if, time will tell if it's true, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, but in a minute here, we're going to take off and go on the other side of the ranch, which gives us a very clear view of the ranch. Right over there is the ranch. Talk, Emma.
Right over there.
And right down this hill is where all the freaking bones are.
Yeah.
Right down this hill. So we're thinking about going over on the other side of the ranch where we'll be able to get a view. We're going to come back here tonight, though. Yeah. Because this is a really good area. It looks like for viewing this whole entire area. I said we get in the car and we head over to the other side. You guys ready? Let's go.
We're ready. Let's go.
One thing I find really interesting is the amount of oil rigs that are out here. And they said one of the things that would really set the skinwalkers off was this disturbing of the ground and digging. But I mean, you got literally wells that have been drilled into the ground all around this area. It'd be interesting to talk to the people who work at those wells and see if they've seen or have seen anything at all out here. actually. Like I said, supposedly it's heating up out here. I'm not really sure. Like I said, guys, I don't buy it. We're gonna stay out here and we're gonna keep investigating because I don't really think any of it's true. Well, we did notice a lot of bird activity down there at the pond. Like something is stirring up the birds, kind of like scaring them around, if you could see it. All right, let's go to the other side where we could get a good look at the Skinwalker Ranch. So guys, we are about a mile away from somewhere all that stuff occurred with the Skinwalkers. I'm not sure what you believe or not, but we're gonna go back over on the ridge where we saw all those dead cows in a little while. Before we're gonna go to the front gate again, we're gonna go over there and we're gonna use my spotlight, my 25,000 lumen, because one of the things they said that would set them off, well, there was two things really. Digging would set them off and fire. And I'm wondering if my flashlight that has 25,000 lumens might wake them up from their slumber. Just gonna go and do a little pan around, see if we can capture anything. We've been out here all day looking just for any clue. Now, something I want to make a point of saying, and I know I've said it before, is that they said that once they were able to start to figure out how to hunt the Skinwalker, the activity just decreased and basically ended. Supposedly, there's still a lot of activity outside the ranch, like where we're standing. Although on the ranch, there's really nothing going on. And I don't know what's happening. I wonder if they're going to try to get another cash grab from the government, maybe, to do some more quote-unquote research. I know that Bigelow probably pocketed a lot of money, in my opinion. He probably pocketed a good chunk of change from that research he supposedly did out there. So we're looking for UFOs, looking for everything. We're going to keep our eyes open, guys. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, guys, one of the things I heard that brings them out is digging. They here yet?
Keep going.
That's about all I can do.
Okay, are they here yet?
Let's see if we find the... Okay, another thing that we heard brings them out is fire. We're gonna light a fire.
Ready?
Do it.
Ow.
Oh. Keep it going.
I can't do it.
You don't know how?
I know how. Bam! Hang on.
There you go.
Fire.
Fire, okay, shh. Watch out.
Come out, Skinwalker, you little b****.
Okay, hold on, shh. Skinwalker. Walker.
Hang on, I need to light a fresh fire. You ready?
Okay, guys, we've started a fire and we've dug and still nothing. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? That was a whistle. Who whistled? Let's go forward and see.
Let's go.
We lit a fire and we dug. Still no skinwalkers, guys. Lit a fire and we dug a hole and we can't seem to get the skinwalkers. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna wait in our car for a while. I have a thermal imaging camera. We're gonna go to the other side though if we can't pick anything up here. It'd be cool to find something out here. I'm open to the idea, guys, but it just seems I just follow the money. Too much money involved. Why would all these millionaires and billionaires be involved in this property, this ranch? All right, guys, so we are at the gate right now of the Skinwalker Ranch. And let me tell you, this road, you used to be able to take it all the way through the ranch. It was a public road. But just like everywhere else, there's corruption. And if you have enough money, you can pay and have the road closed off. They actually apply the law equally to everyone. As you can see, this road has been shut down and now closed off in this private property. I mean, nothing makes me more angry than corruption, you guys. Complete corruption closed this road off to people. No, they don't even, you know, the irony is they don't even own this part of this here. From here all the way to the gate where you see those lights. It's like the ranch house is like right there, guys. It's like where those lights are. You can see the lights. That's actually where the ranch is. This sign, if Utah was actually following the law, this actual sign right here would be considered in trespass because this is not their property. This is not their property at all. Their property doesn't start until you get to the fence. But it doesn't really matter to us because we haven't experienced anything. Like I said, I think the whole Skinwalker thing is bogus. So we're gonna hang out here for a little bit and see what we see. Sound like a pig, huh? Sound like a pig, huh? Alright guys, we're not getting anything over here except for some weird noises, but we're gonna hang out here for a little while and see if we hear any more pigs. And if not, we're gonna head up to the ridge where we saw all those dead cows. If it is, it
Why
should.
don't you break out your flashlight?
No, this thing will give a signature. Watch, walk over there. I can see you. Like, yeah, you come out as white as can be in red. Keep walking. But if we start shining lights, we're gonna end up attracting a lot of attention. I don't think there's anything over there. All right, guys, we're gonna head over to the ridge. All right, guys, we are back on the other side of the ridge where all these cow bones are located. And when you know it, we're out here on a completely moonless night. It is so freaking dark out here. On the other side, we tried fire. We tried digging. And now, in a minute, I'm gonna break out the 25,000 lumen O light from our sponsors. Link in the description, and we're gonna light this freaking area up. Right over this ridge is the Skinwalker Ranch. So first all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this off, and I'm gonna grab my thermal imaging camera, and we're gonna take a look through the thermal imaging camera. So far we're picking up nothing, but we did pick up some weird noises. I'm not sure if that's gonna pick it up in the camera. We did get some weird noises back there at the gate. Okay, we're not picking up anything on this.
Okay, we have to see what's in there, right?
How far back does this tunnel go?
There's bones inside there. Pretty sure that's a Skinwalker.
The Skinwalker Caves, guys. Is there anything in that tub?
But there's bones in here and there's a blank.
Shine it up. Oh yeah, look at that. Really cow bones inside this cave. Oh, I heard something. Hearing dogs.
Right there.
Yeah, bones. Tons of bones right there. Empty tub. All right, let's go back up and let's pull out the, yeah, there's bones all over. Let's get the 25,000 lumen and let's light this place up. All right, we got a leg here snapped in half.
Literally snapped.
And there's just bones all over this area. But we're gonna light this freaking area up with 25,000 lumens. See if we can't get any activity. There we are, guys, 25,000 lumens. Lighting this whole area up. Right over that ridge, Skinwalker Ranch. This is like a spotlight, so if this doesn't attract the skinwalkers, I don't think anything will. Let's wait and see if anything happens. All right, guys, I know I said we were leaving a second ago, but we had to just come back to the gate because we swear we heard some noises over here and we just wanted to be thorough and come back and check it out. And I also wanted to share one of the stories that had supposedly happened here. But before I do, make sure you guys follow us on Twitter and on Instagram and like us on Facebook. Thank you to Jason. Thank you to Dennis, our Patreon supporters, and all the rest of the Patreon supporters. Without you guys, we would not be here today right now doing this. So let's get into the story of the dire wolf. Okay, supposedly, like, we are right here at the gate, guys. I mean, I showed you, we are, like, right here at the gate of this ranch. And supposedly, the wife was driving in, the rancher's wife was driving in to her ranch. And as she was driving in, a giant wolf, like the size that went all the way up to the side of her car, huge, came up to their vehicle. And then they went off something like out into the pasture.
Do they even have normal wolves here?
I don't even think so. They went out to the pasture, and then next thing you know, and there's something else happening between, I can't remember, sorry, this part of the story. But they went out to the pasture and the cows, and then it started to attack their cows. And the rancher had like a .357 Magnum on him, and he went out there and he shot this wolf over and over again with the .357. That wasn't working. They went and they got a rifle and they shot him a few more times. It's like it wasn't even phasing this wolf. And finally the wolf let go and took off. There was like bits of its like flesh on the ground or something like that, and the wolf took off. They never did see that wolf again. That's one of the stories that happened here. We want to come back here. We want to just chill here with the windows open and see if anything happens or if we pick up any more weird noises. You got your camera ready so we can use it for the noises? Yeah. If anything happens, we're going to turn the camera back on. I'm even starting to wonder if there's even security here, guys, because we've been at this gate like multiple times. If they have security, their security sucks. All right, so we were here. We've been sitting there for about 20 minutes. Their super security light actually went off, I guess. I think the security here is pretty poor. Anyways, so we're just hanging out. We're gonna leave now, guys. We're gonna head. We got like a 2-hour ride back to our vacation rental. So that's it. That concludes it. I'm pretty disappointed in the result. I was hoping to capture at least something, but nothing. Just like most people. I mean, everybody who's caught anything from Skinwalker Ranch. Nobody. I think this is a myth. I think the myth has been busted. I think it's fake. All right, we're out. Later.